Hello students. In last lecture we have studied user defined functions as well as user arguments with return function arguments with return statement. Today we are going to study a very important topic in PHP, that is form handling. We already studied how to create the form in simple HTML. Today we are going to provide support of scripting language PHP to the forms. When we develop a website or a web application, it is often required to create the forms. You know that forms are used to take the input from the user. Generally, we are creating the login forms or registration form to take the input from different type of users and to use that data for the further processing. Creating a form on the web page is accomplished using the HTML. We already done this. By using plain HTML, we have generated various types of forms. While PHP serves as a transport for those values from the web page to the server and then in further processing of that values. When we create the plain HTML form, that time whatever the different type of values we are providing as a input, PHP processes on that values and provides specific pattern of output to the user. PHP provides two super globals, that is $get and $post, for collecting form data for processing. These $get and $post, these are known as the super globals. Why these are the super globals? That means super globals means we can access the data through that get and post methods through any scope. Also we can use any function, any class, any file or any specific type of parameter functioning, and through that we can access these super globals. That means whatever the different type of information is provided under this get and post method, due to its super globability, we can access that information on any software platform. Therefore, these are known as the super globals. Now let's revise a simple form example. HTML body, then form, action, method, name, we are providing here name, then email we are providing, also we are providing the submit button, and then we are ending the form, and after that we are ending the body and HTML. Here, as we know that form, after specifying the form, our first attribute is the action. Action means the file name in which the input data will be processed. Here we have provided the file name as a welcome.php. That means whatever the name and email ID we are providing, after clicking on this submit button, that data will go into the file welcome.php for the further processing. Then method equal to post. Then we are providing the text box for the name. Here name is provided as the label, and here we are providing text box using the input type equal to text, name equal to name. Then break to display next data on next line, that is email. Again we are providing simple text box for the email. Then a submit button is displayed by using input type equal to submit. Then form and end of form, end of body. This is the simple structure of form which is already designed by you last year and this year also in the first lesson. Now while using PHP, our action is welcome.php. Therefore we are writing or we are coding that welcome.php file here. Again HTML body welcome, Then here we have started the PHP. Then here echo post and name. Due to this name, it will accept the name which user will enter. Then we are ending the PHP. Then providing the break, and then on the next line we are providing the data as your email address is. It will display as it is in the output. Then again we are starting the PHP. Then echo post as email. That means here whatever the email address you are providing, it will be displayed here. Then again PHP coding will be terminated and end of body and end of HTML. Now see the output. Here after body we have provided the welcome, therefore this welcome data is provided here. Provided name is here, username is Aramba, therefore welcome Aramba will be our output. Then we have provided break, and on the next line your email address is, which is displayed here. And in the previous screen we have provided the email address as aramba3@yahoo.co.in, which will be displayed here. Okay, this is the simple form method or simple structure to design the action form or action file. Here we have used the post method. Now in this program we will use the get method. Again the program will be same, only instead of post we have used the get method. You can see the output here, which is similar with the previous one. Now let's see what is the difference in between the get and post method. In previous programs we have used get method as well as post method for the data transformation. But actually it should be known that what is meaning of get, what is meaning of post, and when to use which method. First of all, both get and post create an array. When we use get method or post method, these two methods creates an array. For example, array of key 1 of value 1, key 2 of value 2, key 3 of value 3. Now all these things जसं आपण पुढे प्रोग्राम्स करू तेव्हा तुम्हाला हे लक्षात येईल की ह्या व्हॅल्यूज पुढे कशा ॲक्सेप्ट केल्या जातात ते. Next one, this array holds key or value pairs where keys are the names of the form controls and values are the input data from the user. Just in the previous program we have seen that this data is provided by the programmer and this value data is provided by the user. That means whenever we are providing anything as a user, that time we have to provide it into the value, that means in the input data, and as a programmer we have to provide the data into the key value, that is the echo data or simple data, whatever you want to display on the screen. Then $get is an array of variables passed to the current script via the URL parameters. That means whatever the variables we are passing through the get value, or if we are using the get method, in that case the different URL parameters gets generated. And when we use the post method, that time all the variables are passed to the current script via the HTTP post method. Here HTTP means Hypertext Transfer Protocol post method. We already know the difference in between the get and post method. We have already studied it in last year and this year also. Now up to now you have studied that you can use the get method as well as the post method. Actually both work same, but when they are processing internally, that time they perform the processes differently. For example, when we process using the get method, that time it passes the URL parameters, and when we use the post method, that time it passes the HTTP post method. Now see the difference in between the get and post method. In post method, whatever the different values we are providing as the input that are not visible in the URL. URL means your website. But all that values will be visible in the get method. Then second point in post has not limitation of the length of the values since they are submitted via the body of HTTP. As here we saw the first point that values are not visible, and naturally there is not limitation to the length of values. We can enter unlimited values by using the post method. But for the get method, as the values are visible and it is having the limitation of maximum 255 characters. Actually it depends on the browser, or this value 255 value can be vary depending on the browser. But here we are having the limitation of the input values. Then third point in post method has lower performance compared to the PHP get method due to the spend encapsulation the PHP post values in the HTTP body. Here get having higher performance as compared to the post method, and post method having the lower performance as compared to the get method. Now why get method having the higher performance? Because time required to perform the specific activity or the processing is less as compared to the post method. Therefore get method having the high performance and post method requires the higher time. Therefore it is less comparative as compared to the get method. Then post method supports many different data types such as string, numeric, binary, etc. That means most of the data types are supported by using this post method, but this get method supports only the string data type. We cannot use the numeric data types or binary data types in this get method. Then results cannot be bookmarked in this post method. But as the values are visible in the URL, therefore our results can be bookmarked when we use the get method. These are the specific differences in between the post method and the get method. But again remember one thing, post method is used for the security of the data, and when we use the get method, that time security of data is very less. Now when to use the get method? Information sent from the form with the get method is visible to everyone. That means whatever the different type of information user is providing as the input, that may be name, that may be roll number, or that may be the email address or what else thing, all that data gets displayed in the specific URL and it is visible to all users. Get also has limits the amount of information to send. Just we have seen that get having the maximum limitation of characters as a 255. Therefore when we have to enter the higher data than 255 characters, that time we cannot use the get method. Also we can bookmark the output of our data in get method. Get method can be used for sending non-sensitive data. Just we have seen that whatever the input information is provided, that get displayed in the URL. Therefore this method is not proper for sending the sensitive data such as a password. Then get should never be used for sending password or other sensitive information. These are some of the usage of get method. Now see the usage of post method. Information sent from the form with the post method is invisible to everyone. Here we know that whatever the information we are sending by using the post method, that is through the HTTP, and it is due to this HTTP it is not visible in the URL. This post method having no limitation of amount of information to be sent. Then post method having the advanced functionalities for support multi-part binary input while uploading files to the server. That means we can provide various types of input data and we can easily upload that files to the server by using this post method. The variables are not displayed in the URL, so it is not possible to bookmark the page. In get method we have seen that as data is displayed in the URL or output is displayed in the URL, therefore it is possible to bookmark the web pages. But in the post method, it is not possible to display any data in the URL due to the HTTP, and therefore it is not possible to bookmark the page using the post method. Now let's see one more example. Here PHP is initialized, then comment is provided that name attribute of the input field goes inside the square brackets of the get superglobal, and here first variable is provided as the name equal to $get of name. That means in this name variable, by using the get method, user will enter data under the name text box, and that will be displayed in your output. Then second variable is age. Here again in the square bracket age will be provided, and by using the get method that data will be stored in the variable age. Now we have to display this input data as output. Therefore we have to use the echo statement, and we form that name and age in a complete statement by using your name is. Here this data is a string. Then we are using the variable, therefore dot name dot. That means we are displaying this value of name here. Therefore we have provided dot name dot. Then again simple data, and you are. Here age, we are providing the age years old. Okay. Here in this statement all the data will get display as it is in your output, and it will display the value of name and age from the user's input data. Okay. Now here user provided the name as Anay and age as 4. Therefore output is your name is Anay and you are 4 years old. Got it? It's simple one. आता ह्या एक्झाम्पलवरनं तुम्हाला एक गोष्ट इझिली लक्षात आली असेल. तुम्हाला जे काही ऑनलाईन सर्टिफिकेट्स मिळतात किंवा तुम्ही बऱ्याच वेळेला आता कोविड-19चे काही कॉम्पिटिशन्समध्ये पार्टिसिपेट झाला असाल, तिथे तुम्हाला जे सर्टिफिकेट्स मिळालेत तर त्यासाठी सेम पॅटर्न इम्प्लिमेंट केला जातो आणि ह्याच पॅटर्नने तुमचा जो डेटा आहे तो डेटा कलेक्ट करून तो तुम्हाला सर्टिफिकेट फॉर्मॅटमध्ये दिला जातो. Okay, as the form data is visible to everyone because it is sent to the URL parameter, hence we should not use get method for a form with sensitive data like password etc. Remember it very neatly. Therefore it is again highlighted. Okay, we will stop here. Today's your exercise in PHP. You have to name the super globals and write down that when to use them.